Booker T, 5-time WCW champion. You listen to WNS. Now can't you dig that, sucker?
Hey, this is Jeff Jarrett, and you're listening to WNS.
Hello, this is WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley, and you are listening to the WNS.
Yo, it's me, DDP. You're listening to WNS. Bang!
You're listening to WNS on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510, KIKR. It is the 5 o'clock hour on your Thursday afternoon. Welcome to WNS here on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510, KIKR. I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
I'm Doug.
And full force show. We're back at it again. So welcome to 2016, all the good stuff. Hope you're having a great 2016 so far. Tyler, how you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah?
Good.
Hanging in there?
Yeah.
You ready for the weekend?
Hang 10.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you get a 3-day weekend?
No.
No?
Uh-uh.
Oh.
I do not, but that's all right.
That's okay?
Yeah.
All right. Doug, how are you doing?
I'm all right.
Hanging in there?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm ready for the Royal Rumble, that's for sure.
Do you get a 3-day weekend?
I get MLK and I get Sunday, but it's supposed to be my long weekend, so technically I should have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but I'm only going to get Sunday, Monday. Which, hey, Sunday, Monday sounds wonderful to me right now.
Yeah. Anything more than just one day off.
Yeah.
You, Daniel?
I get, well, like I told you before, I have to work on Sunday, and I've worked my normal Saturday stuff as well. So I get Monday off. All right. So I'll take it. So, yeah, we've got lots of wrestling talk this week. A lot of Bullet Club stuff, Hall of Fame rumors, speculations, injury updates, all kinds of stuff. Also, upcoming wrestling shows. But before we get too far into it, we would like to remind everyone, if you don't hear us talk about particular topics during this hour, make sure to check out our podcast by going to iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, anything like that, and search Wrestling News Source Podcast. That's where you can find all of our full thoughts on Raw and Royal Rumble and many other things. This is more of a topical show, so like I said, welcome to it. And welcome to it. Yeah. So let's kick things off. The first topic, the hot topic of the week, Bullet Club. Some rumored members going to WWE, including AJ Styles and Doc Gallows and who is it? Luke Anderson?
Carl
Anderson. Sorry. I don't know why I said Luke. And then also rumored Shinsuke Nakamura. So, Doug, what was your thoughts when you first heard the rumors and now leading into speculation that it's more than likely happening that these guys are heading to WWE?
I think it's pretty interesting. I guess we'll have to wait and see how it's going to turn out. I don't know. I think the internet got in a big fuss about it, but I'm not sure. I'm interested to see how they'll use the guys they have. There's a lot of talk of AJ and Shinsuke going straight to the main roster, bypassing the whole NXT thing. And that's interesting. Shinsuke, I guess, there was some talk of them trying to license the music, and I've been real busy, and so I haven't really stayed on top of this. So I don't know if this was like shot down or what, but there was talk of WWE trying to get the music, and so I assume Shinsuke will debut on the main roster, keep his name, and they're trying to license his music because
that'd be cool.
Well, the deal is with him is specifically why they wanted Shinsuke is because the network just debuted in Japan this month.
Oh,
and he's going to be sort of like the focal point of that. Now,
Gotcha.
I don't know how much of our listener base follows New Japan. So, Shinsuke is realistically the biggest guy they could have gotten in Japan. Tanahashi is sort of like the Cena. They were never going to get him. He's like they push him like the same way John Cena gets pushed. He's going to get like outside work, like movie roles and stuff. They were never going to get Tanahashi. Okada just this past week or so at Wrestle Kingdom, he just had the torch passed to him from Tanahashi and is now the new ace. Like they've been feuding for years, and he finally beat him at Wrestle Kingdom, and that was sort of the big passing of the torch. So he's like, those are your 1A and your 1B. They were never going to get those guys. I mean, maybe in the future they could get Okada. I maybe, but he's said like, you know, like I want to, like people want to know why I'm not going to leave Japan. Well, because he basically alluding like he could do bigger things outside of Japan, like in the U.S. or whatever. He's like, I'm going to make Japan big. I'm going to rebuild it with my own hands if I have to, like essentially. And like, I mean, everybody knows his like failed run in TNA, so I don't know, like maybe that factors in. But like those are your 1A and your 1B, and I guess some more sort of context for the situation is, I don't know how they match up against the Lucha companies, but I think New Japan is arguably the number 2 company in the world. But all that's sort of roundabout saying, just more context for saying like, that's a big market for them. Nakamura is, I guess you would say 1C. Like if you take into account like the biggest draws that New Japan has, Tanahashi, Okada, Nakamura, and Styles were all the big draws. They got 2 of the 4 guys they could have gotten. So this is like a huge like play. Like I think New Japan sort of expected they were going to lose AJ, that it wasn't going to be a long-term deal for him. But by all accounts, their draws hit the floor when Shinsuke gave their notice. So it was like they were completely taken by surprise. He was a guy who was counted on to draw. He has their second title, their Intercontinental title, which they used a main event shows. It's not like a second tier belt here. He's dependent upon to draw like as the main event. So AJ, even as like the number 3 and number 4 guys, is not the same thing as being the number 3 and number 4 guys in the WWE. If you think of number 3 and 4 guys, first of all, I wouldn't even know who you would think of. And then those guys were never put in a position to move business. For AJ, Shinsuke, even more so, were expected to like help business wise. Like if these guys are draws, these guys main events, even though they're not the quote unquote 1 and 2, 1A, but so Shinsuke is a huge deal. And so basically he is going to be the face of the company as far as Japan goes. They're, oh, hey, you guys love Shinsuke. Oh, hey, you want to see Shinsuke? You got to get the WWE network. Like that's where he is now.
A good sell.
It's already out over there.
It came out the same week that like Wrestle Kingdom. I think it was like last week or the week before it dropped. So this month for sure.
I've asked him this, and I want to get your opinion. Do you feel like, and we're all speculating here, do you think they were trying to keep it quiet and something got out, and then WWE was rolling with it? Because on Facebook, I'm friends with WWE, so they post a lot of stuff. Like Sunday, there was 2 different articles like they posted, like, oh yeah, you think Bullet Club will fit in here? They were like saying Bullet Club. They were name dropping Bullet Club, like. And like all the articles and stuff, like it's still weird for me to hear all that stuff that WWE is putting out. But like, really, my question was, you think they were supposed to keep it quiet and they just rolled with it when if it rolled out? Like, let's just go with it and just write an article.
Honestly, I don't know if they were trying to keep it quiet or not, but they clearly rolled with whether that was the plan or not. If it wasn't, they clearly rolled with it and embraced it
big time.
But yeah, it's a crazy big deal. Same thing with AJ. AJ was like put in a position to draw, and he was a legitimate draw. Like he moved business. He was dependent upon it. He did. So they got 2 of the top 4 guys, and realistically, the only 2 they probably could have got. So it was a huge power play. Now I don't know if they necessarily were going after New Japan as like a number 2 company, as it was. They wanted to move the network in Japan, and also maybe they felt like with so many people injured going into Mania, maybe they felt like, you know, they could help out as well. So that's what I'm interested to see how AJ rolls. Are they going to? They're not going to come in as Bullet Club. New Japan owns the name. Like I mean, all the Balor Club stuff, they may come in as Balor Club, but that's interesting. I don't know. With the talk of AJ maybe bypassing and going to the main roster. Mm-hmm. Did they debut as a group, or did they debut as a group in NXT and then come up? I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Gallows and Anderson got contracts. To be honest with you,
I'm right up there with you. Once I saw that Gallows, I was like, wow, that's very strange because they cut him, you know, years back.
Not just that, but if you, I don't know how many of our like local like listener base fall into Japan, but if I was going to be sort of like a weatherman and give you like the general forecast of people who follow New Japan's feelings about the Bullet Club and Anderson and Gallows, more specifically, is like they were so over those guys. They've had the IWGP tag straps for a while now, and people are over them. People are over their matches. People are over Gallows. A lot. The general consensus is that Anderson is a solid worker whose Gallows has been dragging down for a long time. So I am really shocked, even on top of what you're saying, that with people not being so hot on them, like, and they've already had him, what are they seeing him now that they haven't seen him? Then they're not getting the Bullet Club name. Now they may let them come in. Like, it'd be interesting to see if they all keep their names. Like, if they debut as like the essence of the Bullet Club, where people are saying, well, they don't have the Bullet Club name, but those are the Bullet Club guys because they keep their names. Because Bullet Club has always been a vehicle for their sort of number one gaijin. Like, before, it was Balor before, when he was Devitt, then it was AJ, now it's Omega. Essentially, they're just like goons and henchmen for like the number one guy. Like, now Anderson was a bigger deal before all that, and he's not so much of like goons and muscle as guys like Fale, Bad Luck Fale, and stuff like that. But it's really all about like who's like, now it's Omega. It was AJ. Now it's really all about. If they
do end up deciding to do the Balor Club, do you think that that's why they're bringing in Anderson and Gallows to sort of be that muscle behind it?
Yeah, I think if they want to sort of like make it feel authentic instead of making their own. It's like those guys just caught a lucky break, because I don't see what Anderson and Gallows are going to add to. Anderson's real solid. I don't want to give the impression that I'm totally like,
downing him.
Yeah, Gallows I don't see a lot of upside in. I think that's why I think they may even debut as like together, like on the main roster, because what's the point unless you're just trying to make it feel like authentic Bullet Club instead of, because there's a lot of talk of when he started doing the Balor Club stuff, like there was a lot of talk of Rhino and Corbin being like his sort of Balor Club goons or whatever. So they never went that route. So maybe they just wanted to feel
they kept it on the back burner.
Okay, I didn't know about that. I was wondering about that. I was like, oh, he has a Balor Club shirt, and he's just the only person in the Balor Club.
Well, see, what's even more interesting is like, how do they play it? Is like AJ is clearly like too good to be like a goon of Balor's. Right. So like, how do they play it as like two?
Maybe he just comes in as his own person.
Maybe so, but like, if you're going to do like Bullet Club or Balor Club, and you're not going to use AJ, but you're going to use Anderson and Gallows, I don't know. I don't get that.
Well, maybe it'll be a turf war or something. AJ versus.
See, I don't get the point of that. Like, if they're gonna do it, they should. I don't mind them coming in if they're trying to make it feel real authentic, but it should just dump them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll just. I guess we'll have to see. Who knows? But
some news involving Nakamura. It has been announced that he has actually been stripped of the IWGP Intercontinental Championship and is expected to sign.
Well, he will be.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it might be effective already, but it's the vacate. The match is for like on the 30th for like the vacated.
Yeah. He's expected to sign with WWE once his run with New Japan ends on January 30th. So pretty exciting stuff, especially to kick off the first segment of the show. We have more stuff to talk about, so don't go anywhere. We do have to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to WNS here on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510, KIKR.
The only radio show in Southeast Texas dedicated to the world of professional wrestling with predictions.
Those are some great picks.
Interviews with top stars.
Hey everybody, this is Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
WWE superstar Roman Reigns.
Hello, this is WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley.
This is Booker T, 5-time WCW champion.
And much more. WNS, Thursdays at 5 on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510.
Now can you dig that, sucker?
You're listening to WNS on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510, KIKR.
And WNS is back here on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510, KIKR. We certainly appreciate everyone who's listening to us on this Thursday afternoon, your drive home from work. What?
Oh, Go ahead.
Well, you're looking like you were about to say something.
Yeah.
What you got to say?
Going back to what we were saying
Yeah.
before the break, I guess they're teasing stuff for the Rumble with all those guys and stuff.
The only one they wouldn't be able to do for the Rumble would be Nakamura, I believe. But I don't know, Doug. Do you think there's a possibility we'll see AJ Styles in the Royal Rumble?
No, he's got independent dates through early February.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Well,
he may cancel them, but I mean, those is definitely not Ring of Honor cleared the books of him. See, that's another thing, and this tangentially affects Ring of Honor because of their working agreement with New Japan, and they were using Nakamura and AJ to sort of draw to, like, on some of their bigger shows. They were actually advertised for some shows coming up too, and they're not going to be there, obviously. But he's cleared like of all his like big dates. These are your smaller indies but he does have dates on them. So, I mean, is he the type of guy who's going to work out every last booking, or if he's just going to cut it and go? I don't know.
Or will he work the normal ones and be at the Royal Rumble? Assuming
Extremely doubtful.
There's not a show on a Sunday or something.
Well, I mean, he's got dates as late as early February, so I doubt it. I doubt WWE is going to let him go to some rinky-dink town to like possibly get himself injured.
If there's less than 5,000 people, don't go.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, I don't want to say that. I definitely don't want to say that. But I mean, like he, because the intimate shows are cool, but I just don't think that it would make business sense for them to allow it. And I don't think these guys are going to debut in the Rumble specifically, because I just don't like the idea of debuting. If you're not going to win the Rumble, you shouldn't debut in the Rumble, to me. I mean, especially not guys of these caliber. This isn't like Rusev coming in to get a little bit of shine before they work on him later.
Bo Dallas.
Yeah, these are guys you're counting on to move some business, so don't debut them if they're not winning.
Exactly. So, save some surprises for another day.
They haven't mentioned anything about Bullet Club or anything like that since like Sunday.
Yeah. I know Finn Balor's been the subject of a lot of interviews and posting pictures on his social media and all that. But we'll have to see how it all plans out. But speaking of other signings, it is reported that Tommaso Ciampa has reportedly signed with WWE. Former guest of the show, which is really cool.
That's good.
So if that is the case, major
That's
congrats.
true. I didn't know that. I haven't been following the internet very closely.
Yeah, it's not like officially announced, but it is speculated and rumored that he has signed.
If it's true, then that's awesome.
Yeah, more power to him.
I guess before we wrap up and move on with some stuff, just to touch on, because we're talking about New Japan so much. Like, again, like I don't know how closely people around here follow Japanese pro wrestling, but like New Japan,
this will get people interested.
Well, maybe. I don't know. You guys feel more interested?
Yeah.
All right.
Makes me wonder what's going on.
Well, anyway, so New Japan's like contracts are structured from like January to January. They do 1 year deals.
Wow.
And like this has like been such like flooring to them that they have like started doing like 2 year deals off the cuffs now. Like, you know, there was all that talk of there's like more guys to come to jump ship or whatever, but they're already locking dudes up to 2 year deals, which they don't do 2 year deals. I'm talking like Okada doesn't have it. He has the same deal as everybody else, like January to January. So these dudes are getting locked up. Like Rocky Romero, who was like rumored to be like in all that, they locked him up to 2 years.
I saw that.
I like Fale, I think they locked him up to 2 years or whatever.
Yep.
These were all former guys, I guess, if you were going to add to the authenticity.
Tama Tonga.
I just saw on Twitter, like after I just got off work like an hour ago, and I just saw something on Twitter about him tweeting something about hashtag free agent. So he's alluding to the fact that he's not locked up. I don't know if he's just trying to like bolster his like visibility and like get people talking about him or whatever, but he's saying he's a free agent.
Interesting. Have to see how that all plays out. So we go from the future to, I guess you could say, the past, because the WWE Hall of Fame is always starting to kick off. It's kicked off, obviously, this past Monday with Sting being the first inductee, announced inductee for the WWE Hall of Fame. And there have been some rumors as to who's going to join him. But before we get into the rumored names, Tyler, what are your thoughts on
It's like, oh no, we better hurry and get this guy into the Hall of Fame, because his last match he got hurt, and I don't know how much
How many more matches he has living?
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I mean, he talked to which podcast he was on. He talked to someone. And he said that like maybe it was Flair that he has more matches in him. So
yeah, and now it's just a matter of can he recover, and then will the WWE allow him to? So we'll have to see. Doug,
he's 1-3 in WWE.
Yes, he is. Doug, what are your thoughts on Sting? And do you think we've seen the last of him outside of, Hall of Fame and appearances?
I don't know. I can't see. It's hard to say. I'm gonna say he's probably done just because he's older and whatever injury he has. What does he have?
It was like a neck or a shoulder injury.
Yeah,
or something like
neck's a tough injury for an older guy to take. Neck's a tough injury for anybody to take. But
I know this is cheesy, but I made a joke. You probably won't laugh, but I was like, after he's done with WWE, say like, I don't know how much like a Legends contract is or how long it is, but he's done. I was like, then he goes to TNA.
I doubt it.
Yeah, and he's 56 right now. He'll be turning 57 this year.
Yeah.
So if it is possible,
there's more money in a Legends contract than TNA.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But if it is indeed the end of Sting's wrestling career, it'll be very surreal for me because the very first time I got to see him wrestle would have been his last match, like live.
Right.
Because it was at Night of Champions. That was the very first time I ever got to watch Sting wrestle live, and it could end up being his very last match.
Yeah, I've never. Well, no, never mind. I've seen Sting in TNA.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think if I had. I don't think I saw him on any of the WCW shows that I've seen live. What was he on those house shows that TNA ran? No, he wasn't.
No,
I think I'm the same boat as you.
I saw him.
You saw him in Orlando.
Yeah, in the Impact Zone. Yeah.
Yeah, the WCW and the TNA shows I've been to, I haven't seen him. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I haven't seen him live before then either.
I've been a fan of his for such a long time. Never got to see him live, and the one time I do, it's his last match potentially. So really crazy stuff. But yeah, there are some rumored names that might be going into the Hall of Fame this year. So I want to get y'all's opinions on all that. Big Van Vader, very deserving, I believe so. I'm kind of surprised he's not in. He's one of the most agile big men to have ever stepped inside the ring.
I'm not surprised because the way they do things is so, I don't know the word.
Picky, choosy kind of thing.
Not even. No, they're not very picky or choosy. They're enough, really. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I don't really want to get into the Hall of Fame stuff. Like, I mean, I don't want to get into my feelings about how they do the Hall of Fame.
Your thoughts on the Hall of Fame have been well documented over the years.
I mean, yeah, of course. I think Vader should go in, but I don't need to talk about the Hall of Fame anymore.
All right, well, we'll turn to Tyler then.
I want a Hall of Fame ring.
Yeah, I mean, they're just pretty much going to put just about everybody in there.
But if someone gets a hold of it, it'll be a lot of money though. So,
well, it's like the last year that they decided to do it because they've put everyone possible in it. They're just going to be like, it's you, the fans. Give us your mailing address and you'll get sent a ring. You can be in the Hall of Fame. Because what's a Hall of Fame without the fans, right? Yeah. Exactly. Another rumored group or name is the Fabulous Freebirds. I know a lot of people have been clamoring for that over the years, saying put them in. And
they weren't in?
They were not. And that's been one that fans have been clamoring for
was Michael Hayes has
many
himself
years.
in it?
Nope, he was not.
Oh,
so this could be the year that they finally go in. Especially
he inducted someone. Who
yeah.
did he induct?
Oh man, I can't recall.
Can't recall either.
Michael
I know he inducted
Hayes.
Yeah. So it's rumored that the Freebirds going to go in, which will be fitting because WrestleMania is going to be in Dallas, and that's where they got their big names from. Another one is JBL, which I'm okay with. I don't know if it's really a Hall of Fame career. He had a great career, but I don't know. How about you, Tyler?
I don't care.
All right. And the final one that's rumored is Stan Henson. So we'll have to see who comes to fruition and who does not. If there's someone you want to see go into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Did you see that meme that was on the internet? Someone posted, it was like, well, we want to congratulate Sting on going into the Hall of Fame.
Musician.
It's the musician Sting.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
That's funny.
Did Hayes induct someone, or am I just thinking? I just always remember him because he always wears something ridiculous to the show.
He always wears something ridiculous, but I want to say that he's inducted someone as well.
Someone, right?
That's what I thought.
I did a quick Google and I didn't get what I was looking for, but I didn't look too deeply.
That's
into
why I
it.
kind of thought he was in it, because I was like, I remember him on stage. I thought he.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's
What
no
do
telling.
I know?
But yeah, so if there's someone you'd like to see inducted in the Hall of Fame, post it on the Sports Radio Beaumont Facebook page. But we do have to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to WNS here on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510, KIKR.
This is Booker T, 5-time WCW champion.
Hey, this is Jeff Jarrett.
Hello, this is WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley.
Yo, it's me, DDP. This is Nigel McGuinness.
This is Hall of Famer Ron Simmons.
Hey, this is the franchise Shane Douglas.
This is Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
This is ROH wrestler Adam Cole.
This is WWE superstar Roman Reigns.
Star-studded interviews like these and more. WNS, Thursdays on Sports Radio Beaumont AM, 1450 KIKR. You're listening to WNS on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510 KIKR.
And WNS is back here on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510 KIKR. We certainly appreciate everyone listening on their drive home on this Thursday afternoon. Or you can also listen to us by going to sportsradiobeaumont.com or download the Sports Radio Beaumont app on your smartphone device, which is absolutely free. So download the app, click play, good to go. Thanks for listening. So welcome back. Lots to talk about. We have a injury report, but before we do that, we do want to touch up on something that we missed before we went to the break, and that was Michael P.S. Hayes did in fact induct someone.
Von Erichs, of course.
Of course.
I don't know why we
there.
couldn't think of that. The only people he would have inducted.
You guys were there for that, and y'all forgot.
My mind has been erased.
Oh.
It's not so bad that we were there and forgot. It's more so like if he inducted someone, it would obviously be the Von Erichs. That's the more embarrassing than we were there live and we just forgot.
Do you think the Von Erichs will induct the Freebirds if they're elected in?
Well, what's his name is the only one left alive. So,
How?
I don't know.
How's it, David? Is it David? Nah, I'm gonna embarrass myself again. I'm pretty sure it's
Mr.
David.
Von Erich. How about
Pretty
that?
sure it's David.
Mr. Von Erich, we'll just go with that to induct the Freebirds. We'll know. Who knows?
No, David's dead.
Oh, that's sad. So we do have an injury report that's going on because my goodness, the injuries just will not stop for the WWE. Sasha Banks, hate to see this on the list.
Doc, tell me if it's bad, Doc.
Yeah, she apparently has an MCL injury to one of her knees that will actually keep her out of action until February. So at least 2 more weeks. Kind of a bummer, but they don't really have much going on in the Divas division as it is. Most of the focus is around Charlotte and Becky Lynch, and that'll get you through the Royal
And
Rumble.
Ric Flair.
And Ric Flair.
That lady.
Speaking of divas.
Did you find it?
Yeah, Kevin, my guy. I hate myself. Kevin, it's Kevin. Jesus.
The world's going to hate you, too, if you don't start getting this stuff right.
Well, if anyone's listening to this.
So yeah, Sasha Banks out of action for at least 2 weeks due to an injury. So hopefully she can come back better and stronger than ever. In other Sasha. In other Diva news, Paige has revealed that the reason she's been off of TV is because she's been out with a slight concussion and is hoping to return soon. So yeah.
Okay.
Anything to add on that one? No?
Nope.
Okay. Despite claims that he was hurt after a report saying he suffered a knee injury during a WWE live event, Rusev is disputing that, saying he's okay, and is actually going to be going on a tour of India for WWE very soon. So, there you go.
They're going on a tour of India. They should get Great Khali to help out.
No, they don't have to do that. Yeah. Didn't he help TNA last time or something?
Yeah,
so
but he's not part of TNA.
Why would they need to work with him?
Great Khali's the man.
No.
He's Joe Cool. Very cool.
Nope, none of that.
Yep.
So, Randy Orton, he's been out for a while. He announced that he will not need neck surgery despite online claims.
He's coming back from his movie.
Well, he did his movie a long time ago.
Oh,
I was trying to work out a joke about it just didn't fall into place with Kali being a traitor, and then the Star Wars like the stormtrooper that was like a traitor guy. I was like, I see all the pieces, I just can't put them together. I was like, who would be the stormtrooper traitor guy? I couldn't think of anyone. Nah, see, that's too high. It would have to be someone who worked with Kali.
Natalia.
Maybe it was like one of those things where I was like, I saw like all
Who
the
was his
pieces,
translator for the longest time?
Raj Singh.
Raj Singh.
Yeah. But he's not with the company anymore, so
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't work backstage anymore?
I haven't heard
I
anything
thought
about
he
the
did.
time. I don't know.
And the final one on the injury report, the big one, the man himself, John Cena. No, not Ryback. John Cena is going to be out 6 to 8 months after having a required shoulder surgery. So he came back for a week after being off for a month or two, and now he's going to get an extended vacation. 6 to 8 months. No,
You guys
John
want to hear
Cena.
a crazy conspiracy theory?
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
John Cena comes back from his break, sees the awful state that the roster is in, and realizes that WrestleMania has a very high probability of being the biggest disaster of a WrestleMania we've ever seen. And John Cena says, not putting my name on that. Hey, Doc, can you help me out? I need... because Cena's always like, I'm getting back to do the show guy.
Yeah.
But maybe he just looks and he says, man, it is so
I'm
tore up from the floor that I'm not putting that's my PG version of messed up. I don't know. And he's like, I'm not associating my name with, I'm not going to be blamed for this disaster because it's going to fall under him because all chips on the table, he's still the ace.
Yeah.
He's still the guy. He's like, I'm not putting my name on that. I'm not taking accountability for that.
I've been hurt so many times and rushed back, but now I'm starting to get up there in age. Maybe I ought to take a little bit of extra time this time
Because
around.
why wouldn't he have known before? If it was like a nagging thing, why wouldn't he have known before he took time off?
Yeah.
He's like, maybe they'll get something together.
Boy.
In the meantime, then he comes back. He's like, man, it's even worse than I left it. He's like, I'm not putting my name
I don't want to
on
lose to The Undertaker. I'm out of here.
Did he have like an injury before, like a little injury, or not?
I don't
much,
know.
Or,
It might have been a nagging injury.
I'm just saying, like, between the time he took off, how would he just now know that he has an injury?
Yeah.
He may just now know that it needed, I guess, surgery, but it's weird.
Maybe it was one of those things where he took the time off to see if it would feel better. He came back, wrestled the match with Del Rio, and he decided, okay, this might be more serious than I thought.
I thought the time off was specifically for the show. He did or whatever.
Well, he did that in the process of it, but he might have been taking time to not strain his shoulder, and then say, well, okay, well, let's see how this is
Sticking
doing.
with my crazy conspiracy theory. John Cena
like
doesn't
that.
want to
You
put
think
his
he's
name.
bailing?
Cena's like,
Abandoned ship?
he's chunking the deuces. He didn't want to put his name on this.
He's hopping on a lifeboat? I'll come back and
Yeah, he's like, yeah. Nobody's blaming me for
I'll
this
come back and
disaster.
search for survivors.
I can't help.
Yeah.
I can't help Roman and Sheamus.
Once things level out, he's like, I'll come back in and be like, yeah, everything's great, guys.
Look how happy you are all to see me. Yay, I'm John Cena. Do, 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 do. Something like
Yeah.
that.
I'm sticking with my conspiracy theory.
I like it.
Yeah, not too bad. Well, although I don't know if that's in his nature. He's always the kind of gung-ho,
Never
I'm
give
gonna-
up.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's
you don't
one
know.
thing. He's Mr. Never Give Up. Are you saying he's given up the WrestleMania
Well,
spotlight?
whoa, what I'm saying
Well,
is,
Darren Young is Mr. No Days Off. I bet
That's
he
Mr.
took
No
days
Days
off.
Off.
I bet he took days off.
He's been taking days off. He hadn't been on Raw in quite some time.
dude never works.
Plenty days off is what they should call him.
He never takes a day off because he never has to work.
I'm not gonna call my boss on a Sunday. Sorry, I can't come in. Well, you're not working today. I know. I just gotta let you know I can't.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I think there's a little more politics to Cena than we know, and like you're playing on his public persona.
Yes.
That's fine.
What about the kids?
Sticking
What about the
with
kids?
my theory.
He can still
theory.
make appearances for kids and stuff like Make-A-Wish stuff.
He just wants to spend more time with Nikki.
public appearances on shows.
He's protecting his value and he's protecting his name.
He wants to spend more time with Nikki.
Doesn't mean that he can't. She's hurt.
Yeah, she's out.
You want to know? Speaking of conspiracy theories,
more.
Can we link Nikki's injury and
The timing was rather.
Can we link Nikki's injury and not Sasha but Paige's injury to Charlotte being completely reckless?
Yeah.
It's possible.
That's not a conspiracy. I think there's supporting evidence on all those women were injured.
Let's see.
Charlotte.
Who did Charlotte face? Oh, she faced Nikki Bella, and then she went out with an injury. Oh, and then she faced Paige, and now Paige is out with a concussion.
I mean,
Becky Lynch, you're next.
Does anybody recall when she smashed poor Naomi's face with that knee?
Oh, yeah. Becky Lynch, you're next.
Charlotte's a little bit reckless, guys. A little bit reckless.
A little reckless. No, they're spending time together because apparently on the Total Divas teaser, Cena was like, "I'm ready to talk about marriage."
That's it.
So they're iron.
That's all I'm talking about.
This is a 6 to 8 month long debate. That's what they're doing. That's my speculation.
Let's talk about marriage. Okay, marriage. That's it.
Marriage. So, yeah, with that being said, we got to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to WNS here on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510 KIKR.
You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot, knock your shell off.
It's me, DDP. This is Tommaso Ciampa.
Hey, what's up? It's the ODB.
Star-studded interviews like these and more. WNS, Thursdays at 5 on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510 KIKR. You're listening to WNS on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510 KIKR.
WNS is back here on Sports Radio Beaumont, 1450, 1510 KIKR. We certainly appreciate everyone who's listening to us on this Thursday evening on your drive home, getting ready for the weekend, the extended weekend, 3-day weekend. It's good stuff. So don't forget, you can listen to us by going to sportsradiobeaumont.com. You can also download the Sports Radio Beaumont app. So make sure you download it, click play, good to go, not .org. So welcome back. Tyler, you ready? You ready for the Royal Rumble?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes and no.
Yes and no?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to elaborate a little bit on that? Or
if people listened to our podcast show last week, it's televised for Roman to win. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the state of WWE and all that stuff. I mean, I'm still going to watch it and enjoy it on certain points, but it's just, for me, I feel like it's televised that Roman's going to win.
And telegraphed?
That's what I mean. That's a televised.
Also televised.
A little bit of both, yeah.
You know what I mean.
So we do have some upcoming events for those who are interested. William Regal going to be appearing at the January 23rd event for Evolve. So.
Not just Regal.
Oh, really?
American Alphas are there.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the American Alpha's name? You dig it? Not so much.
I don't know what to think of it.
Personally,
it doesn't snap for me.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
Personally, I would prefer just Jordan and Gable.
Yeah.
But I hear American Alphas and I keep thinking American Eagle. Like
American males.
American males as well, yeah. American males. American males. American male. You remember that? Oh wait, you didn't watch WCW, never mind. Get out of here, Tyler.
Every time you say that name, I'm like, who?
The American Alphas? Yeah.
I'm like, who?
Yeah, it's going to take some getting used to, but I'm sure in time it'll stick, and then we'll be like, oh, that was a perfect name, and whatever.
Nope.
No? Okay. So be on the lookout if you're a fan of Evolve for that. Going back to the Divas a little bit, Mick Foley announced that he actually would like to manage Becky Lynch, which is kind of funny because does Mick Foley and Ric Flair have some sort of actual issue with one another?
I think, again, I haven't been following much lately, but I think what I pieced together through my limited being able to see stuff online after work is that Foley was critical of the product. Nate felt the need to defend the product because his daughter's getting pushed. Not only is she getting pushed, but he's essentially her manager.
Mm-hmm.
So he was basically saying like, he doesn't think Foley should be able to. Foley's not there, so it's hard for him to take like his comments seriously, which really flies in the face of any time you ever had heard a professional wrestler say, like, if you don't work, like, you know, you can't comment. Like, I mean, if anyone is qualified to comment, it should be a guy like Mick Foley is qualified to comment. Now, whether you take his comments to heart is, you know, another thing entirely, but that really like flies in the face of that whole like armchair quarterback thing that a lot of wrestlers like to throw around.
Unless you've been there and done it, don't say anything about it.
I mean, and Foley's obviously been there and done it. So it's just weird.
But it's talking about Ric Flair's daughter. So.
Basically, I just felt like Nate. From my understanding, Nate was like very. He wasn't like slagging him down, but he was just like very defensive. He was defending his daughter and the product that she's. But he wasn't like attacking. I mean, he was very like proper with the way he defended or whatever.
Talking about.
So I don't know if
Space
it's
Mountain.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like this like. You know, like animalistic feud between the guys. I definitely don't think it's that.
Yeah.
Very proper. I'm going to shake your hand before I slap you in the face.
That's right. Be a dapper gentleman.
Yes.
Yes.
Quite.
Space Mountain and lady in the front row. So anyways, yeah. For
what
those,
are you gonna do, fat boy?
for the local listeners, there is some entertainment outside of WWE. If you'd like to head out to Houston, Reality of Wrestling is going to be putting on their next show January 30th at 10,000 Emmett F. Laurie, number 1152 in Texas City. So for more information on that, you can always go to realityofwrestling.com and purchase your tickets online. So
was RVD on that show?
I believe so. RVD, a former guest on the show, is scheduled to appear. I'm sure he'll be there for...
is he on the show or is he there for signing?
Probably...
maybe a little both?
Yeah, probably get in the ring and have someone...
On that.
Yeah.
He'll be there in
He'll
some
be
capacity.
there in some form or fashion, and I'm sure you'll get a picture or autograph if you want. So, really cool stuff.
Well, the picture or the photo op seems... The autograph or the photo op seems like a given. I just don't know if he's going to be in the ring or not.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it all goes. But even more locally than Houston, Hurricane Pro here in Beaumont is going to be putting on their next show February 6th at the Beaumont Civic Center. Tickets are just $10. You can go to Hurricane Pro, their Facebook page, and get more information on that. So really cool stuff. So that's going to do it for us this week. We certainly appreciate everyone who tuned in. You've been listening to WNS here on Sports Radio Beaumont 1450, 1510 KIKR.